we're having a lot of fun early in this football season, even though we know usually comes crashing and burning down on us. But right now we're having a good time. We're gonna go through a few games here. We'll start off. We're going to start off with the Saints or the Packers. Some of these crazier games and bigger audiences we have. But all of a sudden, midway through that Viking game, as I'm sitting there watching the Vikings up 27, I'm thinking to myself, all right, we're about to put our foot down on the 49ers' throat, and we're going to lead with the Minnesota Vikings routing the San Francisco 49ers in week 2. And typical Vikings. I mean, Ziggy, we saw it a mile away. Everything's going right. Couldn't be better. Justin Jefferson's down. Oh, all right, that sucks. Immediate Aaron Jones fumble on the 1-yard line. All right, this is horrible. 99-yard touchdown drive. All of these things going against us the way it always does. Every single time. When you believe as a Viking fan, you have your hope instantly taken away. But not to Sam Darnold today. Not today for Sam Darnold, who responded with, I think, possibly the best drive of his entire career, Jack. A 14-play, 62-yard drive, eating up 6 minutes and 46 seconds. Getting us right down to the 5-yard line before, of course, we need to make a few mistakes. Get down to the 5-yard line, and we have a Will Reichert field goal to make it a 9-point game. And from there, not really coasting, but from there, we go on and win the game. I thought Sam...
without Justin Jefferson,
without Justin Jefferson, without TJ Hawkinson, basically without Aaron Jones, without...
No Jordan Addison.
It was all backups and Sam Darnold going against the best team in football. And he put the team on his back and won the game. I was really impressed with that drive, the entire performance from Sam. It's I mean, Jack, I don't know what you saw.
I mean, speaking of Will Reichert, though, he's my fantasy kicker.
Machine.
That was your advice. Got him in the last round. I mean, you had 12 points today.
I give charity.
Yeah. Paul, you understand, this is what I said before the season started. This is the Sammy D, Sam the Man revenge tour. Check 1, go back to MetLife, where everybody hates you and thinks you stink. Beat the Giants by 20 points.
1.
Step 2, prove that you shouldn't have been Brock Purdy's backup.
2.
And beat the 49ers. Step 2. Step 3, I think, is the Jets, right?
Jets in London.
Former team. This is the Sam Darnold revenge tour, and he looks flat out awesome. This guy's a good quarterback. He's been a part of 2 black cloud organizations, like the Jets and like the Panthers. Now he's got a decent team around him, and I've known all along this guy is a good quarterback, and I'm on board. I'm all for it.
This is what's so puzzling, though. The formula is combine a historic loser franchise with a historic loser quarterback. And I'll be honest, right? I'm a jaded Vikings fan. I thought for sure this was going to be a miserable start to the season. JJ McCarthy's out. Everything's going poorly. But no, Sam Darnold has stepped in. He's shown that he can do it. Obviously, it's nice to have Justin Jefferson. You can complete a 97-yard touchdown, too. But they did a good job without him. And the best news of all, I think, for Vikings fans, besides obviously the huge win, is that it's just a quad contusion. Justin Jefferson should be ready to play next week. Maybe it'll be one more week. But I was worried, Justin Jefferson, Nick Bosa got hurt on the same play, but Bosa gets up, Jefferson's down on the ground. I thought typical Jordan Love gets away with a minor knee injury. Justin Jefferson probably dislocated his kneecap and needs an amputation.
Yeah, right.
I had a dream about that this week where Justin Jefferson goes down in a competitive game and then they just have to cut his leg off. And I thought this might be happening in real time. But no, this is dangerous because the Vikings have some really tough games coming up. But from what we've seen, blowing out a bad team and playing a good game and winning against a very good team, it's hard not to think this team's got a decent chance hosting the Texans and going to Green Bay.
I went to pick up a milkshake during the 1:00 games from Little Carvel. Yeah.
Well, Carvel never hurt anyone.
I get home, settle down, open up the shake, take my first sip, and I see Sam Darnold drop back from the goal line and throw an absolute seed, 60 yards in the air. I'm like, the last time the Steelers did that might have been 2013 with Big Ben.
This game had two basically 99-yard touchdown drives. That was kind of crazy. Hey, Ziggy, I'm looking at right here on this show. So on this show, we all pick every single game the same this week. It was the first time we've ever had that, probably the last time. But we all had the Vikings. And, there was a little bit, of course, a little bit of bias in that. But I'm looking here, listen to this. The ESPN experts, Bell, 49ers, Bowen, 49ers, Clay, 49ers, Fowler, 49ers, Graziano, 49ers, Collar, 49ers, Martin, 49ers, Moody, 49ers, Reed, 49ers, Theory, 49ers, Wickersham, 49ers.
We can't blame him.
No one saw this coming,
except for us.
And it feels pretty good. I mean, that was just a whirlwind of a game. And San Francisco, their ability to just march up and down the field sometimes, all of a sudden they can become unstoppable. So you never feel like you're out of the woods with them. Even up 9 with 3 minutes left, they score before the 2-minute warning, and they're probably going to get the ball back with a chance to kick a field goal. We got fortunate with a couple plays here and there, the Van Ginkel one especially. But yeah, I'm telling you, sitting back here at 2-0 with the Vikings right now, I'm still hesitant to really buy in because we all know the rule with the Vikings. When you buy in, that's when they hurt you. But here they are. Here they are about to host the Texans next week. And if they win that game,
they are going to win that game.
If they win that game too, the way the defense is flying around all over the field, hopefully Dallas Turner's okay. It's 6 sacks today, a lot of timely sacks, turning the ball over. Brian Flores and Kevin O'Connell are right now both having, coach of the year kind of seasons on the offensive and defensive side. It's what?
Okay. Your Uncle Jeff was like, "Oh, no, absolutely not."
What's that talking me? O'Connell and Flores right now. 2 games. It's just 2 games. But I'm just saying, so far, so good. Ziggy, before we get off the Vikings, I just want to ask you, because this is what Vikings fans are going to be saying: is the Super Bowl on?
Yeah.
I mean, is the Super Bowl on? I think that's a little bit aggressive.
A little bit.
But I mean, you look at this. Here's the thing about the Vikings is in the next 4 weeks, they play the Texans, the Packers, the Jets, and the Lions. So that's 2 of the best teams in the AFC, or at least good teams in the AFC in the case of the Jets, and the 2 best teams in the division. If the Vikings need to keep this momentum, and they need to come out of that 4-week stretch at least 500 or better for me to feel comfortable about them making the playoffs. But if this team makes the playoffs and maybe even wins a wild card game, that would be a hugely successful season that shows that all these new playmakers they brought in on defense can get it done, that the offense will be good, whether it's Sam Darnold or JJ McCarthy, and that the coaching knows what they're doing. So I'm not going to get too excited yet. I mean, we saw this Vikings team beat San Francisco last year and what exactly happened with them. But it's hard not to get excited.
It was Kirk's injury last year.
Hey, remember the most knowledgeable man in all of football has Minnesota 13-4.
Yes, I mean,
keep that in the back of your mind.
So we're good. So basically, we're good to go because Jack's buying.
The man who
didn't you have the Steelers at like 16-1?
I had the Steelers at 14-3.
Yeah, okay.
And right now, one. Right now, one.
That'd be 2-0. Yeah, that'd be 2-0.
No, I'm really happy for Sam Darnold. He looks good. He looks very, very good through 2 games.
If he continues to play at close to this rate, he will be a starter somewhere next year.
Maybe even Minnesota. That's what we said at the beginning of the season. How many games does Sam Darnold need to win? How good does he need to play this year for him to come back next season starting? I don't know. Like, he's 27 years old. This guy isn't 35, 36, who it's an easy transition to McCarthy if he plays well. There's still a long way to go. Let's have a little fun overreacting.
He feels older.
Yeah, I mean, he's gotten beat up everywhere he's gone.
He's like a journeyman at this point.
He's 27. He's like a year older than us.
Yeah.